Okay, I'm going to title this, I didn't want to record this. Because literally I didn't. Like, I'm sitting here in the studio. It's been, what, 2.5 hours now. And I'm trying to come up with something, video idea, some type of reaction video. And 2.5 hours, I've been praying, I've been reading, I've been asking God, give me something. And I feel like it's just been completely wasted. And that's the story a lot of times when recording these videos. I think a lot of you see the videos and think, oh, it must be easy to come up with content. There are so many times where I'm like, I don't want to record. I don't want to do this. And now that I'm thinking about it, this might be a mistake, recording this. But you know what I thought? Why not come on here and tell you guys about struggles I have, tell you guys about trials I go through. I don't ever want to put a picture out that I'm perfect or that it's easy or that I never go through anything or I know exactly what I'm doing, because it's not the case. And I'm not talking about struggling with sin. There's no known sin I can think of in my life that I'm struggling with. But there's just times where I feel like I'm hitting a wall. If you're a creator or an influencer or you make videos or you put out content or maybe you're a business owner, you can relate. I want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone. I struggle so much of the time to make this content, to prepare for these live streams. I'll spend 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. And then you look at the views and you're like, oh, I hardly got any views. And then some get a lot of views. And I don't want to complain because I'm so blessed by all the people I've reached. I just want to make sure that you guys always know I struggle just like you. I have insecurities just like you. There's so many times where I'll just delete the video after I record it. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't say that right. Oh, they're going to say this about me. Oh, what if they think this? Oh, what if that didn't come out right? And that for a lot of years stopped me from creating content. Like the first few years of making videos, I would delete so many videos because it wasn't perfect. And then one day I felt like the Holy Spirit was just like, why are you doing this? Why do you have this idea that everything has to be perfect, everything has to be right? Just say what I'm telling you to say. And that's how I want to live my life, is just saying what God wants me to say. Maybe you've been hitting a wall. Maybe you feel like you've had writer's block in life and you've struggled to start that business or start that family, or I'm waiting to get married till everything's lined up. I'm waiting to have kids until everything lines up. I'm waiting to start my YouTube channel till everything lines up. It's not going to line up. Everything's not going to be perfect. I'm here 2.5 hours in and haven't got nothing done. Going like, oh, I'm supposed to be recording 4 videos for next week because I'm going to be gone with my family, spending time with them, trying to get this last week or 2 of summer to pour into my kids, to spend time with my wife. And I have to make like 3 or 4 videos. And now I'm like, I can't even think of one video. I have 1,500 videos on my channel and I'm struggling, going like, what could I say? And I know God will give me revelation. I know God will give me ideas. I know I'll continue to pray and seek him, but the struggle's still there. The insecurities are at times still there of like, is this good enough? And so I wanted to come on here. Maybe this video is a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't post this video, but maybe there's someone that's going, I could relate to that. I struggle too with discouragement. I struggle too with being anxious about speaking in front of people, or how am I going to say this or do that? You know, you guys hear me preach these strong sermons about not being lukewarm and giving everything to God. That's because God has dealt with me in those areas. That's because I battle these things going, I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be this religious plastic Christian. I don't want to worry about what people think about me. But then still at times I do. At times I find myself wanting to be liked by the Christian YouTubers. And I read comments of people saying, oh, Isaiah's a heretic because he believes in casting out demons. And like, a part of me is like, oh, I could care less about. Then there's another part of me that's, man, I want to be approved of. I want to be a part of the group that I'm not a part of, and all of that stuff. So maybe I have imposter syndrome, where it's like I'm high producing, always working, always moving, but then I also feel like a fake sometimes. Like, man, my prayer life's not where I want it to be. Man, I'm not fasting like I should be. Man, maybe I'm not the person everybody thinks I am. Lord, I need to go harder for you. I need to seek you more. I want to stay in that place of humility and not allowing pride to set into my life, thinking I'm this great man of God. And I hope this is a transparent video. No script, no plan, no notes. Just to tell you guys, like, I struggle too. I sit here going like, I don't want to record. A lot of the days I stream and preach, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. It's not something I feel like doing, but I just have to be obedient to God. I'm literally only doing this because God told me to. I'm literally only doing this. Guys, I was an atheist 12 years ago, and God came to me and said, go preach to my people. And so I'm just like, man, God, I want to be obedient to you. I want to know you. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good son. I want to be a good preacher. I want to be a good pastor. I want to be a good leader. I want to be a good husband. I want to do everything you've called me to do. I just got to say yes. I just got to say yes. I just got to hit record. I just got to go for it and push when you don't feel like pushing. What is the point of this video? I don't even know. Guys, I'm so all over the place. You know, the lights are off, so you know it's serious. But it's like, man, I feel like even right now, I'm like, what am I even saying? Are people going to even care? Is this video even going to reach anybody? Or people going to be like, this was a dumb video? Or maybe one of you will say, I could relate, Isaiah. I appreciate you not having this picture of perfection, because a lot of pastors do. Guys, we only post our highlights. You don't see the struggle. I'm not going to post, I've been sitting here 3 hours struggling to come up with anything. I've been praying for 3 hours and reading and trying to come up with some type of thing I haven't come up with before. There's this constant pressure. And then we have views or numbers to tell us if we're good enough or not. It's like, oh, it didn't get that many views and I must not be good enough. Oh, it didn't get that many likes. I must not be good enough. So we find our value in social media because this is what I do, and likes and views and comments. I'm just like, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to live my life just on this hamster wheel of having to put out more content. And you guys notice this year, I'm not pushing out a video every single day. If I don't have something, if God hasn't given me something to say, or I don't have something I want to react to or talk about, I'm just not going to force myself. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not taking a break. I'm not slowing down. I'll probably record 3 videos after this. Still, I'm going to push through. And that's the massive difference between someone that's successful and someone that's not. The successful person says, even when I don't feel like it, I'm still going to do it. The unsuccessful person says, I'm just not going to do it. It's just easier to not do it. But isn't the call of the gospel to deny yourself, pick up your cross and follow Jesus? Just like when the days I don't want to preach, I do anyway. The days I don't want to pray, I do anyway. Do it anyway. Even if you don't feel it, just go ahead and do it. Do it. Be obedient to God. God's told me to do this. God says, preach on social media and reach people. He told me that in 2019. So here I am, just like you, struggling out here to do what God's called me to do. The struggle's real. And I hope this didn't feel like a cry fest or me getting on a soapbox, but I for sure thought it would be beneficial for you guys to know some of my struggles, some of the things I go through, where I end the live stream and there was 8,000 people or 5,000 people or 3,000 people, and I felt like I did a terrible job. I'm like, man, I had thousands of people saying, you're so great, you're so this, but it's like, I didn't feel that way. And I think a lot of us struggle with seeing ourselves, seeing the gift we have. Everybody says, you're gifted, you're this. And I'm like, yeah, but I just don't see it. And maybe it's God keeping me humble. Maybe it's way God keeps us humble is when we don't see the gift we have. But I just want you to know you can do this. If I'm doing it, you can do it. Start the channel, start the business, start the family. Stop waiting. Just do it. And I'm preaching to myself even right now. Even right now, I'm preaching to myself. We can't allow laziness or anxiety or discouragement or depression. And you might be like, well, how could you be discouraged? You have so many followers. You have the dream life. I literally do. I'm so blessed. I thank God every single day. I feel like I'm dreaming. Not a day goes by where I'm not like, I've been dreaming for 12 years. Pinch me. I'm going to wake up. I still have a fear that I'm going to wake up and it's going to be like the last 12 years were a dream. Because that's how my life feels. It really does. It really does feel that way. But you know what? I want to just keep obeying the voice of God, saying yes to God, doing it when I don't feel like it, praising when I don't feel like it, worshiping when I don't feel like it, going after God hard. When I don't feel like recording, I don't feel like recording. I don't feel like going live at times. But you know what? My spirit is willing. My spirit says, no, you need to get on there and preach. Somebody's life is at stake. Somebody's eternity is at stake. You're shutting your mouth and saying no to God could affect someone's eternity, whether they spend it in heaven or in hell. It's so serious that we do what God's called us to do, despite how we feel. So maybe this video is just to let you know, I feel like you a lot of the time. I don't want to do what I'm doing, but I do it anyway. Now, on the flip side is, again, I'm living the dream. My life is amazing. I don't want this to come off as complaining. If anything, I just want to show you guys and be vulnerable with you that it's not always easy as a content creator or pastor or preacher. And if you're a pastor or preacher, you know that struggle. Saturday night, you're like, Lord, give me something. Give me something, Lord. I need a word. It's real. It's real. You're not alone. I'm with you as well. I just totally rambled for 10 minutes. Should I just delete this video? Maybe I should just delete this video. Maybe this is one of those videos that you put in the archives. You unlist it. You just delete it. Or maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe I'll pray about it. The Lord says, just put it out. If it feels like, man, my thoughts weren't collected, weren't together. They're going to make videos about me. They're going to make videos about, maybe I should post this just to give them content, just to prove I don't care. Yeah, the struggle's real. Pray for me. Pray for social media influencers. Pray for pastors. Pray for leaders. We struggle too. We get discouraged too. We get anxious too. We go through the same thing you go through. We're not superheroes. We've just said yes to God. There's literally nothing special about me other than I've said yes to God. All right, well, weird one. It is what it is. I didn't want to make this video, but here we are. I didn't want to record, but here we are. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You're awesome. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not slowing down. I'm not backing down. I'm not stopping. I will not allow the discouragement, the enemy, tiredness, writer's block, whatever you want to call it, to stop me. We're going to keep pressing forward and going hard after God like we've been doing for 12 years. And God is faithful. God will give me new ideas and new revelation and new strategies and everything like that. I have no doubt. After 1,500 videos, sometimes I'm like, what more can I say? But I believe and I have faith God will fill my mouth and give the word. Hopefully, I was a little vulnerable today. You guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed it. If there's anyone that watches, if I don't delete it. All right, see you guys in the next one. God bless.